Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Scar Navarro. I'm the Drama King, where life is drama, drama is life. And I apologize if I've been on and off for a while because of work, things like that, since I'm working in another position, um, in which one, yeah, it's been a while. And I just recently got the vaccine, got the first shot, which I'm doing really good though, so everything has been pretty busy, so with work and just with meetings, things like that. But I'm doing just fine, guys. But today, though, I wanted to talk to you all about what happened last week in regards to the 8 people that were killed in Atlanta. In which one there has been, it's been hectic, and especially growing up and watching dramas, enjoying Asian culture, and just listening to the music, listening to the history, and even understanding so much around Asia in general as a whole, especially East Asian culture, especially Chinese culture, Korean culture, Japanese culture, Vietnamese, Filipino, Cambodian, Laotian, Indonesian, and even Pacific Islander. Recently, there has been a rise in hate crimes in regards to the AAPI community, which is Asian American Pacific Islander community, especially those of East Asian descent, so especially those who come from China, Taiwan, Hong Kong, so- South Korea, Japan, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, even Burma, and Indonesia, Singapore, Brunei, Malaysia, and it's been insane with the rise of hate crimes that has been happening ever since former President Donald Trump made a very horrifying statement calling it the China virus. And because of the presidency and because of the horrifying impact he has made, it's already feels like it's the norm now, which when hate crimes are on the rise more than ever, especially a lot of us being targeted, especially being Mexican and Guatemalan, even especially during brown, black, Asian, LGBTQIAP, disabled, Jewish, Muslim, atheist, and so on. And just communities that don't follow the white Christian prototype. And I'm gonna have to be careful with my words here, but this is really sad, especially for the families who've lost these people in regards to what happened. And what's really twice as horrifying and just sick to my stomach is that the sheriff supported the shooter, saying that he was having a bad day. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with you? But of course, there's people like that who defendy and defensive. But what's really upsetting though is because of the normalization and because racist people are now more comfortable than ever in just instigating this hatred, which has been spewed to Donald Trump, the QAnons, and all these racist bigots, hateful as white supremacist mentality. It feels like we're all of us, especially being Mexican and Guatemalan, are being persecuted for no apparent reason, especially being shouted at, and just especially during the pandemic that we're all still living in a year now. It feels like it's a travesty, and this travesty that the rhetorics of former President Trump has instigated and spewed, along with his ableist, colorist, racist, bigot, all these hateful comments, though, it also feels like we are hitting back when in reality we should keep going. We should all keep moving forward and we should all fight back. And I am here to support my Asian American Pacific Islander brothers and sisters because it's not okay what is happening. Especially many of those who are of color, like myself or anybody else. We need to really fight back and we really need to stand up for our Asian American Pacific Islander brothers and sisters. And all of us stand up to each other against this battle, against all odds, especially what is happening right now. And I want to also send my condolences to the families of those who were killed in this horrifying shooting that should have never happened. And it's sad though because it also makes us reflect though of like so many things that we were thought to see and all these stereotypes that media has perpetrated. And even though we also need to also check ourselves as well because and know and acknowledge that we also played a part in this as well. And also that we should be proud of our culture. We should be proud of who we are, and we should not let anything and anyone take us down. And especially growing up especially just listening to dramas, watching films, and so on, though, a part of me feels like I also need to start knowing and start to grow and listen to every voice that's out there. And it's really, really sickening, but this is also not something that I'm sorry, I'm trying my best to trying not to sound super emotional, but overall though, I also feel like we should all stand up with our brothers and sisters during this time and acknowledge what is happening here. And as well as question stereotypes, fight back, and even advocate for everyone. Advocate for our brothers and sisters during this time. And if for those who love K-drama, for those who love Chinese drama, for those who love Chinese food, Chinese culture, or anything in general, martial arts, I want you to ask yourself, how about how about let's also support Asian-owned businesses? How about we we check up on our friends to see how they're doing, and also just make sure that we get a chance to learn about things that are happening, especially the history that in the United States, though, because one, there has been so many events that had happened in regards to the attacks to Asian Americans, especially with the Chinese Exclusion Act, especially with the internment camps, and just a lot of things that we also have to start acknowledging as well. And I think we really need to start checking ourselves as well and knowing what is really happening. And we also need to start knowing if what we're seeing growing up, it has been truly cultural appropriation. And for me, as someone who has appreciated the culture, though, I also have to learn to at least be careful in what I learn and what I see and what I do, because one, I always want to make sure to always respect the culture and respect the people. And I also have to also check what I say and what I hear. But also, one thing that I also want everyone to do is just to treat everyone with equality and respect. It's really insane what it's happening and still happening today. And racism has been existing since the dawn of man and it's been existing even till now. Even for the past thousands and thousands of years, even till now, it's still happening. and it's not going away unless we really speak up. As someone who has made this channel based on dramas, based on telenovelas, even I also have to learn to speak during times like these that are happening. And if you support, if you love K-drama, Chinese drama, and K-pop, things like that, please start to also support Asian businesses. Also, start to also get involved in the community. Also, start to listen to what is happening, and as well as listen to Asian American voices as well, Asian American and Pacific Islander as well, because Asia is in many parts. We have the Middle East, which is Iran, Iraq, United Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Oman, in Yemen, and even from South Asia, such as India, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Pakistan, and even Southeast Asia, such as Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Burma, and even Indonesia, Singapore, Malaysia, Brunei, even to the island nations such as Japan and Taiwan and the Philippines, and even East Asia such as China, even Hong Kong, and even even both North and South Korea, but also Mongolia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. I also forgot to mention Armenia, Azerbaijan, and so on. But it's also important, though, that we also start to listen to what's happening and even understand the history that has been happening here, that has been existing even till now. We really need to stop AAPI hate. We really need to stand up for our brothers and sisters who are suffering. We also need to let go of let go of the differences and start to listen what is really happening. And I made this channel to talk about dramas, things like that, but I also need to, as a channel, to also talk about the things that are going on as well. And overall, though, I hope you all try to make a difference as much as you can. If you go to rallies or even learn about the issues that is happening in the AAPI community, start to listen to AAPI voices, people who've been fighting against racism. And we also need to start to acknowledge what the media did as well. But overall, though, I just want all of us to just say enough is enough. And as all of us, we all need to stand up against AAPI hate. And I still want to, and I'm going to send links down below for anyone who wants to make a difference as much as they can, and even understanding what is happening, things like that. But overall, though, it's important for all of us to say enough is enough, and we need to stop Asian hate and be there for our brothers and sisters during these times, whether you're black, brown, Native American, AAPI, Jewish, Jewish, Muslim, Muslim, LGBTQIAP, disabled. Let's all of us fight against Asian American Pacific Islander hate and be an ally today. And please please, if you support K-dramas, Chinese dramas overall, please start to support Asian American owned businesses. Start to support the AAPI community as much as you can. All right, everyone. Thank you so much, though. And I know it's a lot of words for me to come out of my mouth, but all of us need to stick together, especially during critical times like these. Even though we're on the road to making things better, but we still gotta fight, keep the fight going. And honestly, though, the impact and the damage that Trump has done has caused a significant amount of pain, trauma, but also the will to fight back against his vile and malicious rhetoric, and even fight to create a better future for all our brothers and sisters. All right, everyone. I'm really glad to be back, though, but it's something that I feel like I wanted to do out of for me personally, and also for the bottom of my heart, and just to know that I am with you all during this, and that we are all together. All right, if you want to support this channel, please like and subscribe. If you have any thoughts, questions, or concerns, you can comment down below. You can like or dislike, regardless of what your views are. And also, I'm gonna try to put the links down below, so to know about what is happening. All right, everyone. Thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful night. Please make sure to take care of yourself, stay safe, and if you got your vaccine, still wear your mask regardless, and wash your hands. And see you all in the next video. And please, let's all support each other and end Asian hate. Hashtag stop Asian hate. Hashtag stop AAPI hate. All right, everyone. Please take good care of yourselves, and we're all together in this fight. Thank you.